Hello, and welcome to another edition of Look Back, Look Ahead. I'm Frank Calderone. Last week, ending April 4th, markets continue to decline as the administration's tariff policy continued to fuel fears of a trade war and a slowing economy. The ISM manufacturing PMI was slightly lower than expected in March and contracted after 2 months of expansion in January and February. Construction spending was higher than expected in February, with both private and public construction contributing to the increase. Job openings were slightly lower in February, with the largest declines in the trade, transportation, and utilities sector. The U.S. deficit in goods and services in February was almost $123 billion. Exports were $278.5 billion, while imports were $401.1 billion. The ISM Services PMI weakened more than expected in March, but still stayed above the demarcation point between expansion and contraction. Initial jobless claims came in at 219,000 for the week ending March 29th. And the employment report was much better than expected, as 228,000 new jobs were created, 209,000 in the private sector, and 19,000 in government. The unemployment rate is 4.2%. Year to date, the Dow is down 9.9%, the S&P is down 13.7%, and the Nasdaq is down 19.3%. The yield on the 10-year U.S. Treasury bond is 4.01%. Oil closed at $61.95 a barrel. Gold closed at $3,037.11 an ounce, with silver closing at $29.73 an ounce. For this week of April 7th, Monday we'll get consumer credit data. Tuesday, the NFIB Optimism Index will be reported. Wednesday, we'll get wholesale inventory data. Thursday, initial jobless claims, the Consumer Price Index, or CPI, and core CPI will be reported. CPI measures the average change over time in the prices that consumers pay for a market basket of goods and services. Core CPI excludes food and energy. And on Friday, the Producer Price Index, or PPI, and core PPI will be reported. PPI measures the average change over time in the selling prices received by producers for their output. Core PPI excludes food and energy. PPI is a measure of inflation on the wholesale level. And as always, we'll keep a watchful eye on these and any other events that may and will shape the markets. If you have any questions with anything you've heard in this video, please give us a call. Also, if you have investable assets of $300,000 or more, we can provide you with a complimentary detailed financial plan. Call for details. We are accepting new clients. This is Frank Calderone from Raymond James in New York. Have a fantastic week. Be well, stay safe, and remember, always look ahead.